We're jumping back on the pants project. Hey folks, welcome back. You may remember a number of months ago where I was trying to figure out how to make the perfect pair of pants for me. I'm pretty picky about them. My experiments were sort of okay, but not quite there. So I wanted to revisit that and this time try a pattern. Something that I don't have to figure out all on my own and see if that works for me. Well, lo and behold, I ran across this pattern from Peppermint magazine for their wide leg pants, and it happens to be one of the free options that they have. You can also pay whatever you want to for it, but in my little hamster brain, I thought, what a better opportunity to try making a pair of pants without maybe investing in a full pattern just yet. So that's what we're gonna do. We are going to make the Peppermint magazine wide leg pants. And we are gonna cross our fingers and hope that it works out, because I need pants that fit badly. So let's get started and see how this thing goes. Also, what do you think of my coat? Look at this. I'll put in a couple of shots of it actually in action, but it's one of my first full-size quilt coats, and I am obsessed with this. It is the same pattern that I've been using for vests and my blanket jackets. Obsessed is probably the best word. I say this about a lot of things, but I'm going to have to make more of these because this is amazing. Anyway, let's cut out this pattern. Peppermint magazine says that this pattern is an intermediate pattern, so I should be able to figure it out, should being the operative word here. So if I can make this pattern work, my guess would be that just about anybody can make this pattern work. I'm going to be using this navy cotton twill, but it has a fleece backing to it because I need a pair of pants that I can wear outside without freezing my legs off. For this pattern, I am also cutting out a size E as it is the closest to my hip measurement. I figured if I had to adjust anything else, the hip measurement might be the hardest thing to adjust. So I went with what fits that the best. The one thing I'll say about Peppermint magazine is that I think they are pretty inclusive with their sizing. There's probably something for everyone there. So I have all of my pattern pieces cut out, and I am starting to put together things like the waistband and the pocket pieces. I have also never really done this type of pocket before, so I'm trying to take it step by step and do it the right way rather than the quick way. So I'm gonna go and get these things sewn together, maybe start doing some of the assembly parts. I don't know. I also need to do the fly. I should probably follow the instructions. We will continue on our journey. I always feel like I'm giving you a high five. Good job, buddy. Once I got the pockets sewn together, I trimmed the seam allowance nice and short and flipped them so that the wrong sides were together, and I pressed it down to make it nice and neat because I'm learning. I have both front panels. I even top stitched it and I pressed it down. Neither I did neatly, but that's okay. And I also have my waistband. I've been wanting to figure out a curved waistband for a while, and this pattern actually does it for you. If this works, I now have the pattern for a curved waistband. One of the next steps is to actually put the panel behind this pocket piece so that it can be sewed together like pants. Because this fabric is fairly bulky, I didn't want a whole lot of extra bulk in the legs, and it actually recommends using a lighter fabric for the pocket. So I thought it would be kind of fun to have a print. So I had this, and I think that'll look really neat behind the pocket. Just a little peek of a print. I'm worried that it's going to limit what I can wear with these pants, but that's a problem for future Katie, not for me today. I think I'm gonna go inside and start with dinner or something, and maybe later come back out and work on the waistband a little bit more, because what I would like to do is put a bias binding around the inside edge. That's the plan for all of that. So I will see you when it's darker and I have eaten. Whew. Okay, we have eaten dinner, we have taken a nap, we have renewed our passport, we have done all kinds of things that needed to be done that I've been putting off for weeks, except for the dinner and the nap. Those are kind of an everyday thing. I think what I'm gonna do is, just for this evening, I am just gonna do some finishing work or some pre-finishing work on these. I do want to put maybe some bias tape around the pocket just to make it really clean. Same thing with the waistband. So I think it's just gonna be a lot of really boring finishing things. I don't think I'm gonna talk my way through it. Instead, I will talk to you guys tomorrow and we will really work on the assembly of this pair of pants. Welcome to day 2. Last night, I just kind of put my head down and worked on some of the little finishing type things that I almost always skip over because they take time and I want to rush through and get stuff done. But I want to show you guys what I actually managed to accomplish last night and what the plans are for today, because I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot, but oftentimes when I feel that way, the universe has different plans. So let me show you where we're at and then we can move on to the next steps. I am going to try and keep my hand steady for this so I don't make anybody sick. But I did manage to put this bias tape around my pockets, which I was pretty proud of. It's not the neatest job I've ever done. The bias tape that I used was way too small to really do this effectively, but it's done and it looks pretty good. I also did my fly cover and fly shield, and on this side you can see I actually sewed in the zipper last night, but I'm going to take this out because I want to do a button fly on this where the buttons will be here, and then on the other side, that's where the buttonholes will be. I did make these guys belt loops, and I put as many in place as I could. You can see a fun little pocket, which I'm pretty excited about. On my back panels, I also got the dart sewn in and pressed down. I did do a lot of ironing last night. And then I made a couple of back pockets because this pattern doesn't come with back pockets, and started to place them, but I don't think I can place them until I actually put the pants together because I'm just not sure how they're supposed to go. And then finally, I did get the waistband all put together. I did do a little top stitching on it, which I'm pretty proud of. Unfortunately, I think this waistband might be just a little bit small. The only way we're going to find out is when it's actually ready to go on, but I may have to end up making another waistband. I did not interface this. I think this fabric is tough enough where I don't need to. Plus, I made sure to put the stretch this way and not this way. I don't know, we'll test it out, and if I have to make another waistband, I will. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna take this zipper out, and then I think we're gonna start working on construction. Go ahead and get all these panel pieces put together, and then put them on and see how they fit, see if I need to do another waistband, and go from there. But so far, they're pretty great. It's been fairly easy. But I know that this is the part where it gets more difficult because it's all the small things that if you don't do them right, it kind of ruins everything. Let's get them together, see what they look like. Once I got the fly removed, I replaced the fly shield, sewed it back into place, gave it a good press, and then flipped it inside so that I could prepare it for the buttonholes. The other flap is going to be where the buttons actually live. I also marked the outline of the fly so that I could sew around it and leave it nice and finished. Considering this was the first fly I've ever done, I was pretty happy with it. I'm so proud of myself. Like, I did an actual fly. It closes and everything. This is gonna be an exposed button fly. I do want the look of the buttons in the front. I haven't quite decided if I want to do dark buttons or light buttons. It might be really cool to do light colored buttons to kind of go with the pocket fabric that I've chosen, but I haven't quite decided what ultimately I want that to look like. I did an actual fly and I'm really kind of proud of it. So I'm gonna get the back put together, probably go ahead and stick it to the front and see how they fit on the waist. I am concerned that they're going to be just a skosh too small, but it's also a little bit stretchy, so that might play in my favor. Time to actually make the pants. Got the waist sewn together and the outside of each leg. It looks a little small, Fortunately, I could probably take out the darts a little bit and maybe make up some of that space, I guess. Fortunately, I've got some wiggle room here. Let's try them on. I mean, they get on, so that's good. Look at that. They fit almost perfectly. That's where they're gonna button. There's the pocket. Got my little belt loopies. I'm gonna go look at them in the mirror real quick so I can figure out the pockets. I actually think the pockets are in a pretty good spot. I do need to get the crotch and the inside of the legs sewn together to get a more accurate view of whether or not these are gonna fit. I'm gonna put my pants back on and get that part done and then put them back on. Hopefully that doesn't screw it up. Round 2. Let's see how they fit now that they have everything except for the waistband. Wow. I think they're gonna fit perfectly. How's the butt? Let me go check the mirror. Wow. Guys, I need pants. These are really great. I'm actually really excited about this. Now I need to get the waistband put on, and that's where I'm a little bit nervous because it doesn't seem like it's gonna fit. Here's the waistband. Maybe this will prove me wrong, but this part fits really well. That part's snug, but it's not like uncomfortably snug. It is right. The waistband just doesn't seem like, did I do that? I think I did it the wrong way. I think that's what it is. Like that just seems so tight. I think I'm gonna have to do another waistband. First of all, I think I did the waistband wrong. I think this upper part, it's definitely the wider part if you put the circles together. This side that I finished is actually where the pants should go. But still, if I turn it around like this and try to fit it onto these pants, if I start here where the overlap is gonna be, I'm still 2 or 3 inches short. And I'm not sure how that happened. So now I either have to cut a larger waistband or just go with a regular rectangular waistband. I'm kind of inclined to do that just because I don't want to do another curved waistband. I'll do it later. There's always something, but at least this time it's not the fit of the pants, it's the waistband. So right now I at least feel like I have accomplished pants. They just don't have a waistband yet. And if you have suggestions for maybe what I did wrong, feel free to share those because I'm sure I did something wrong. Get the waistband done and then hopefully get the pants done because they're really good. They're really nice. And I'll talk about that at the end. So far, if I were to rate this pattern, I would say, yeah, it is a solid intermediate pattern. It has not been overly difficult so far, other than whatever's going on with the waistband. And I'm assuming that the waistband is my fault. It was a little hard to see the specific lines on the projected pattern, so maybe if I'd printed it, it would be a little bit easier to see. I don't know. The pants themselves fit really, really well, and this fabric is awesome. It doesn't fray very easily. It is super soft on the inside. It has just a little skosh of stretch to it. Even just sitting here with the pants on, they are really, really comfortable. And I could see them being kind of a staple item in my wardrobe. I'm not sure how I feel about the crop leg yet, because they do hit right above my ankles. That's not necessarily a style that I go for, but I know that it's very popular and I'm willing to try. Although standing outside in the cold, my ankles are going to be very, very chilly. I'm going to get this waistband attached as best I can, come back, and hopefully be ready to put the buttons on. That'll be the last thing we do. Oh, and I need to get the pockets sewn on as well. This pattern could use back pockets. That would be an excellent addition, because as much as I love that it has generous front pockets, I don't like keeping my phone in my front pocket. It belongs on my butt. My phone and my butt are friends. It doesn't need to be on the front. So just a little hint for anybody that wants to put this pattern together, you may want to figure out back pockets as well, because it doesn't come with those. I have a nice rectangular waistband, and I'm gonna get this guy attached, and I'll show you what that looks like. have belt loops, I have the waistband sewn down. It's not perfect, but it is better. And I've marked off where I want the buttons to go. I think this is the perfect opportunity to use the giant stash of buttons that I got from my grandmother. So let me go grab those. This isn't the whole stash, this is just part of it. I could use light colored buttons on this and it would make a statement, but I also think it would maybe limit what I could wear. So I'm thinking, let's grab some of the darker ones that are in here. I also need a hook and bar, I think, for the waistband. I'm gonna attach the pockets, hem the bottoms, and they will be done. And then I'll have actual pants that actually fit and they don't look terrible. I am excited. Ta-da! It is done. They are done. And these are probably going to be my new favorite pants. And I'll probably have to make a bunch more because these pants are so comfortable. They are fitted in the right places and baggy in the right places. I do wish they were a little bit longer, but I made them myself so I can make another pair that's longer. The fabric has been an excellent choice. This fabric was great to work with. As I said before, it doesn't fray very much. It doesn't really stretch, and the fleece on the inside is very, very warm. I am freezing from being outside, but my legs are nice and toasty. Ankles, a little less, but that's okay. That's the way that goes. If you're interested in maybe making your own pair, you can pick up the pattern for free at Peppermint magazine. I have the link down below. You can also pay what you want if you think that it is a quality product, and I absolutely do. If you are an intermediate sewer, I think this project is perfect, and I love the button fly. I just think it is a little bit of extra style that maybe a fly wouldn't give you, and I didn't have to worry about a zipper, which was great. The pockets are great. You do have to add your own back pockets though. That's the one downside, but those are pretty easy. They're great. They're great pants. If you want to make exactly what I made, you can actually pick up the same fabric over at my Ko-fi page. I have a Found Fabrics shop over there that has fabrics and notions that I've picked up throughout many travels. And you can pick up this black twill with fleece backing for your own project. I want to say a special thank you to all of my Ko-fi members. You guys are amazing, and you are part of the reason I was able to get this done today. Thank you so much for supporting. If you're interested in supporting yourself, it is $2 a month. Not only do you get some sneak peeks sometimes, but you also get first crack at any of the found fabrics that I post over there. If you don't want to become a member, not a big deal. Everything else will stay the same. That is it for this time. I hope you liked it. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe because that does help me a little teeny tiny bit, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!